Hey everybody, it's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and I had to run an errand today, which gave me the opportunity to revisit a park that I have not been to in literally years. Look at this. Ah! So I thought I'd take you for a little walk in these woods, these special little woods. I used to live like 3 blocks from here. This is the park that I would walk to whenever I could, and walk in the woods, listen to the birds. Hee hee. Even on a kind of dreary, wet day. Ooh. There's a new path that I have never followed. Shall we be adventurous? Yeah. As I said, I haven't been here for years. And so I have no idea where this leads to or where we're going. Oh, wow. You know what? There's water here, and I had no idea there was water here. In all the years I've been coming here, I don't know if this is a defunct little creek or a pond or what, or if it's brand new. Hello, little Toey. There's a Toey. Hi, little Toey. I haven't seen a Toey for a while. They're so pretty. Anyway, welcome to my world. Squirrel, Toey. So, anyway, I know how much I need nature, especially today. My day started out as a really, literally shitty day because I literally woke up and stepped in cat poop. My kitty, who's been having some troubles off and on digestively, has been going outside the litter box from time to time, which is getting better, but apparently last night, in the middle of the night sometime, she missed and I didn't. So anyway, so I really, oh my God, I just needed this. I needed this green. How healing is that? That is like the most healing color I know of. And seeing as I was here and you aren't, I thought I would go for a walk with you in the woods so that you could share. It's kind of like when you go on a vision quest and you fast for 3 days or whatever. You have energetic supporters that go with you, and they eat for you. And it sounds kind of silly and symbolic, but it actually works. I went on my first big vision quest. I was out there for 3 days. I didn't eat anything that whole 3 days, and I never got hungry. Apparently the people in camp were starving, tripping over themselves hungry, but I wasn't at all. So so I am walking in the woods with you for you. Oh. I can feel the stress just releasing, just dripping off of me. And I've got my pipe along so that I can do pipe ceremony here. To thank the spirits for helping me transmute this crappy day into a wonderful, beautiful day, surrounded by greenery and the Earth Mother beneath my feet. And this looks like an awesome place to come back, and that's why I wanted to walk through the woods first to see if I could find if there was an appropriate place to come and do pipe ceremony. And here's this awesome little stand of 3 cedar trees. Hello. Oh. Thank you. Oh. So there you have it, documented. I am officially a tree hugger. And you're probably seeing how goofy I actually am. I am going to come back. It's this wonderful trio, kind of almost a quartet of cedars, because there's 2 trunks out of the same. And so there's this lovely little sacred space right there. I think I'm going to come back to that with my pipe and do ceremony. Oh, God. I am, oh my God, feeling so much better. I can't wait. I was thinking about bringing my pipe along. Like, no, I'm going to scout it out first and just see if there's a place that would be appropriate, and to ask permission to actually be here. Oh, another path to another stand of cedar trees. Let's check this one out. This one might be, this one's a little more secluded. So I'd be off the beaten path, literally. Oh, hello. This isn't so conducive, but thank you. Oh. I love my tree people. Thank you. All right. So that is a lovely little place, but not conducive to a ceremony. I was concerned about the rain too, but the rain is kind of holding up. It was raining before, but underneath those three or four cedar trees, that should hold off the rain if it starts to rain again. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna follow another little path. It's not a very big, it's not a very big woods. It's kind of a bite-sized wooded area. Okay, and this is as far as it gets because there's a private property, no trespassing sign and wire fence. Oh, it looks so cool over there. All right. I don't know if I'm going to post this or not because, well, yeah, maybe I will. You're getting to see this. Welcome to my world. This is how I talk to myself when I'm alone and just taking in the greenery even in the winter time. Actually, it's spring, but it's like early spring, so not a lot of green. But here in the Pacific Northwest, the Holly King is still in session, soon to be what word do I want? Not thwarted, but handing off the crown to the Oak King. Ooh, this path looks promising. We're just kind of meandering. We're going for a meander today, so thank you for joining me. Oh, I like this one. Like I've said before, if you've seen a couple of my other videos where I talked about it, when you're starting to feel like the world is closing in, when you're stressed, things seem hopeless, you're feeling limited, etc., the best thing to do is expand, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. You know, it's like read a new book, watch a documentary, learn something new. Or like this, explore, literally explore new ground. Go somewhere that you've never been before and introduce yourself to the Fae, to the spirits of the land, to the ancestors of the land. I left my tobacco with my, oh, there's another little park over there. There's people there, so I am going to go this way. Oh, it looks like we've got a homeless camp here. So we will leave that undisturbed. But yeah, literally, explore somewhere you have never been. Because what you're in essence doing is whatever that tension, that resistance, that anxiety that's occurring, that's you brushing up against the edge of your experience. That is, you're hitting the limitations of your world. And you can bounce off of that back into a smaller world, or you can look the boar in the eyes and say, forward. Boar medicine. Well, I have a power animal who is a boar, a wild boar. Hello, he just checked in. As soon as I said that, I felt chills up and down my body. But boar medicine, boar is kind of the one, if you think about your life and how your life is like a bubble, the bubble of your influence, the bubble of your world. This looks like it might be a good place for ceremony, actually. Although it's kind of close to some apartments and stuff, so maybe I'll go with the first place first. Anyway, so in your bubble of a world, your influence. Oh, there's another. Okay, we'll go someplace else because there's another little homeless tent there, and I don't want to disturb anybody. And boar, in my mind, the way I see it, for me, boar is the one who kind of patrols the perimeters of your world. Kind of like we live within a comfort zone, and then, but it's surrounded by like a ring of fear, a ring like in the old medieval maps and stuff where it would say, here be dragons. And there be dragons because no one else had been there yet. Is that? Okay. Just kind of freewheeling now. Anyway, and so boar is the one that kind of patrols that perimeter. And if you start getting too close to that perimeter, the limitations, before you're ready, boar will stand you down and turn you back. And that way he is the protector of your world. He's the guardian. And like I said, it's like, it's fear. That ring is full of fear because it's the unknown. It's what we haven't seen yet, we haven't challenged yet. And if we don't have the tools yet, then that's what boar is like. Boar is the boss in a video game. And it's like his job there is not to annihilate you or to humiliate you. His job is to make sure that you have all the tools, all the wisdom, all the skills that you need in order to proceed to the next level. And so in your life, until you're ready to move to that next level, boar will continue to stand there as the guardian, not let anything in that you can't handle, but not letting you out into anything that you're not ready for yet either. But then comes the time for initiation. That is when, rather than being the guardian, boar becomes the gatekeeper. That is when you walk up to those limitations. When, like the saying goes, at some point it was more painful for the seed to stay within the shell than to burst out of the shell, right? So when you come to that time, and it can feel like the whole world's closing in, it can feel like your world's getting smaller, and the reality of it is that the world is not getting smaller, you are expanding. It's like bringing in snake medicine, right? The snake's skin sheds. It doesn't just shed and then the snake grows new skin. The old skin sheds because there's new skin, new, bigger, more vibrant skin underneath growing that makes the old skin shed. And so even though it feels like the world's getting smaller because it can't contain you, the fact is you're outgrowing your old world. And that's when you face the boar. And hey, yeah. Oh wow, fun. That's why you're here. A guy walked by with his German Shepherd and was like, I have 14 grandkids at my house. That's why he's here in the park, walking in the woods with his German Shepherd. Anyway, so thank you for listening. This is going on really long. Wasn't expecting to have the video this long, but anyway, so like the snake outgrows its old world, its old skin. That's what happens to us when we start to feel, and I know this from my own experience, my own life. I went through over a decade of extreme anxiety, panic attacks, depression, all of that stuff. And in hindsight, I'm realizing, like, I would hit those edges, I would hit those limitations, right? And then I would freak out and I would pull back. And that's what the anxiety attacks were. It was me pulling back rather than moving forward through it. And so that's what boar does. So you face boar even if you are freaked out, even if you are panicking, even if you are shaking in your boots. You stand and you face boar look them in the eyes and say, I will pass. And you walk. And what happens is you become boar. If you have all the skills, all the wisdom, everything you need to thrive on the next level, you not only pass boar, you merge, you become boar as you move into your next level, your next ring of experience. And you take on that confidence and insanity. Boar is known. Boar is perhaps the fiercest animal on the planet. And part of that is because they're crazy. When they are threatened, when they're fighting, they literally go insane and they just start spinning and twisting, kind of like the Tasmanian devil, right? Twisting and slashing. They have those big tusks and their hooves, and they're strong. Some of them are huge, right? Have you ever seen? I have a wild boar hide that I got because my power animal is a boar, and his head. The head of that hide, I can wear it like a cloak, and his head is bigger than mine. That's how big they are. That's how scary they are. But and so when you expand beyond your limitations so far, you gain that sense of fierceness, that sense of rightness of being, I guess. You know, it's kind of that same concept that you learn karate so that you don't have to use it, right? Because once you learn karate or any of the martial arts, you carry yourself differently. You have a different energy emanating from you. And so those who may have before seen you as a victim, seen you as a mark, might have found conflict with you or challenged you. You are walking in a whole different energy. You are shifting timelines, you are shifting realities, so that those people either won't see you or they will avoid you at all costs. And so it's ironic, you can handle yourself, nothing can happen to you, and yet nothing usually happens because you can handle yourself, if that makes sense in a weird kind of way. Anyway, hoofda. So boar is a very powerful ally of mine, and and I talk about that, and we all have these ideas, wild boar, like this fierce, bone-breaking fierceness and unrelenting power. And my wild boar's name is Alice, kind of like Alice Cooper. When I first met him, he's technically my body protector. There's different roles that spirit guides might fall into. Just like people, they can specialize. And his specialization is he is my body protector. When I go out in the world, I call him in to kind of infuse me, to surround me with that same energy I was talking about, so that basically parts the way before me. Nothing, how do I put it? I guess that's the best way to it. It clears the path before me. Nothing is going to trip me up that doesn't have a purpose or anything like that. But anyway, so this fierce boar, when I first met him, I was actually kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, I wanted like a fairy animal or something like that. And he's sitting there, this big boar. He's like, I can do fairies. And he just burst into this the this explosion of fairy lights and sparkles and everything. So he's my fairy boar. So I I started calling him my Aurora Boar Ealis, and so we shortened it to Alice. So he's my Aurora Borealis. Anyway, so I don't know if any of you wanted to hear all of that. Thank you if you watched this far. Thank you for joining me on this walk. I'm getting back to my car now. I'm going to grab my pipe. I'm going to go sit under those trees and do a ceremony. Oh my God. If you have the opportunity, get outside, even if it's raining, no matter what, well, I was gonna say no matter what the weather is, but if it's like hurricane or tornado or something, then yeah. But if you get the chance to walk outside and touch the earth, I know it's not, at least here, not really weather for going barefoot. I mean, I would be barefoot if I wasn't driving, but if you can't touch the earth, touch a tree, hug a tree, connect with nature. We are not just part of nature, we are nature. My teacher, Sandra Ingerman, says that all the time, that, you know, we're not just made of air, earth, fire, and water. We are air, earth, fire, and water. We are not outside of nature. Like I always talk about the world is not a Barbie dream house and we're just these dolls or action figures walking through it. It's more like a Rubik's Cube, where we are part and parcel of everything. We're connected, and everything we do affects every other thing in the universe. And so choose love for yourself. Choose joy. Be good to yourself. And by being good to yourself, you're being good to everyone, right? We're all one. We are all walking each other home. So, hi squirrel! Literally, squirrel! I don't know if you can see him, but oh God, I love nature. Thank you for joining me on this walk. I hope it was enjoyable for you. If enough people like this video, I probably will do more like this. Yeah, maybe I'll make it. It'd be kind of fun to do like a weekly video, walk in the woods with the shaman kind of thing. So maybe I'll start doing that kind of thing. Do like a half-hour walk with the shaman every week. And that way, if you aren't in a place, or if you're in the downtown city or whatever and can't get to woods or that, you can come join me. How's that sound? Sound like a deal? All right. Okay, well, till I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for accompanying me on this walk. I will see you soon. Go shining. All right, bye.